Okay, so today I'm actually going to show you how to make my Wonder Bracelet. Yes, this is what it actually looks like. And there is a principle behind that. And I actually will show you. But before that, I like to show you a little clip. With this bracelet here, I was able to stay in my car. And I'm going to show you the clip right now. Okay, so I just came home. And I'm pretty upset. I don't really know what to say, really. It's been close to 30 days since I got this car. This is my Mini. And I got a car before that. I wasn't able to stay in it either. So I got this Mini because during my testing and driving, I was able to turn off the Bluetooth in here. So that's why I got it. I got a Nissan before, a Nissan Leaf. I really loved that car because it was really roomy. But I was able to feel the car like at least 20 feet away. Yup. I can feel the car at least 20 to 30 feet away. If I tell you guys this, some of you guys would not believe it at all. So I was able to, for this car here, so I got this car. During the testing of it, and this is really weird, I'll probably be the first human in history to say something like this. Now, as the car moved, anytime 45 miles or higher, I do not get sick. Sick meaning like something's attacking me and it gives me headaches. But if I go under 45, it gives me mad headaches. And in our town, there's a law that you cannot go over 35 miles an hour. So if I drive around town, I have to come home really quick. If I'm on a highway or something, I am okay because it's over 45 miles an hour. I don't know what it is yet because I'm still new to this. I knew that the Bluetooth in here would give me a problem. But the wireless entry, and this is what this is, okay? That's a wireless entry. And the wireless entry is giving me headaches. Sorry, a little dark because I just came home. And it's nighttime. So I'm stuck with the car. And I don't know what to do with it. I can't really sit here for a long time. Because after about 15 to 20 minutes or so, I'll start getting mad headaches. And in order for me to get that mad headaches away, I have to drive this car 45 miles an hour or higher. Other than that, I cannot use this car at all. And all because of the wireless entry. And I've searched around a lot. I actually post a lot of things to see if people can help me. No one was able to because they don't know how to turn this off. Because there's a wireless entry, you'll be able to, open your car door about, 30 feet away. So if I can open the car 30 feet away, I am able to feel this car about 20, maybe 15. Yep. Sounds crazy as it is in this world. But I can tell you offhand, I am not able to stay in this car. And yes, I bought it and I'm stuck with it. Even right now, everything all shut down. I'm starting to feel it. And it's only close to 5 minutes now. Yep. As crazy as it sounds, but that's what I'm facing. And I wish there's a button somewhere. I wish there's a way, blah, blah, blah. I can just turn this back to, just turn on and go. I don't care if I have to use my key to enter the car. I wish there's a way to shut this off. And I can't. I would love to just go manual, everything manual. And like I said before, I was able to turn Bluetooth off. Bluetooth actually is even worse. When that's on, within about less than a minute, I start to feel right away. It takes about 30 seconds or so to start to feel it. After a minute, I won't be able to stand Bluetooth anymore. So Bluetooth is even stronger than this here. I guess this module must have located somewhere outside or somewhere over there. And Bluetooth must have been like right here, because Bluetooth is actually operate on the same bandwidth as 5G. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna pulse this up. Maybe someone out there can actually help me. Maybe how to disable them, but I doubt it because I've checked everywhere. If I disable this, I might not even get in the car, or the car would not start. Blah blah blah. Because I think there's a chip in here, and in order for it to start, it has to read this chip. Yeah. Crazy as it sounds, I should have known better, because that's where you insert it. You don't enter the key. You would just insert it, and once you insert, you can actually take it out. Oh boy, my dilemma. Okay, so you heard that little clip, and this bracelet actually saves me. To be in that car, I need 4 of them. Yep, I need 4 of them. Although you can probably make this longer if you like, but just follow this principle. And then remember, I always say it about in some of my videos. I said you have to learn how to listen to your body. Once you learn how to listen to your body, you'll be able to figure out how many bracelets you actually need at certain places. For instance, in my car, I actually need 4 of them, 2 on both sides. And there's a principle to this. I'll actually show you. A motor. A motor, basically, a principle is that they jolt positive and negative in to make it spin. Right? Furthermore, what they don't tell you or explain to you how it actually works. Each particles, remember this, each particles actually enter where the wire is, and it goes into here. What happens is they attract to each other. So they made a little thing in the center where it touches. When that happens, because they make a little spark, it spins. When that spin, the magnet actually expels it. Yup. The magnet actually split the particles away. So EMF sensitivity people, if they stay close to a big motor, they can actually feel the motor. So, this is where I come up with my concept. I said, wait a minute. What if I made it reversed? If I reverse this technology, I am able to do something. So, my brain racking, and that's how I came up with the bracelet. Pretty much the same principle. The bracelet got a coil. See all that coil? Okay? Then, you noticed in my previous video, I said you need to get stainless steel wire. Stainless steel wire is able to steal negative. Okay? It's able to steal negative ions. Copper is able to steal positive ions. By putting it on here, I didn't seal this because I want to show it to you. By putting on here, it's able to steal your positive and negative ions from your body. And that's how it works. Furthermore, I'm going to draw in a minute. All the positive and negative ion that is in your body attach itself to here because it's touching your skin. And it goes into the coil. It tried to fill up this coil. So the coil is actually trying to steal the positive and negative from your body. The positive and negative ions from your body. Now, once it gets to here, how does it escape? It escapes as in radiation. Yes. When it goes together, positive will attach it to copper, negative will attach to steel. That's why we need two forms of metals. You notice that. Then, it goes into here, and it acts like a coil. Just like in here. That's the same principle. Then, it kind of fuses together. In minuscule element. That's how best I can explain it. Then, it escapes. So basically, it will become heated. If you heat this up, you will do the opposite. So don't ever, when you wear this, you cannot go close to heat. If you are in the sun, remember I tell you that this actually helps you when you are going into the sun as well. I will make that separate video. You have to cover this. You have to wear long sleeve and you have to actually hide this. Or else the sun will charge this and you're going to steal the sun's particle instead. It's going to work the opposite. We don't want that. We want to steal it because our body have already been absorbing. We want it to, we're using this for it to escape. Okay? And that's the easiest, quickest way I can actually explain it to you. Now I'm going to explain it further on a piece of paper so you can understand, so normal people can understand. Before I said that, this is not 100% accurate how it works, okay? Not because I don't want any people saying this and that. But this is how it actually works. I'll draw it in a molecule or in the quantum thinking. Imagine you have one line here. Okay? And then you have the copper coil. Okay? One line, negative. It will attach it to here. Positive. Okay? Then, it goes into here. You know in this lifetime, positive and positive, they don't like each other. But because there's negative here, because we stop it right here, it becomes a radiation like. So it actually leaves. The same principle as this. Positive and negative will enter here. They fuse together. When they spin, the magnet splits them away. Well, in this world here, we are doing sort of like that. But we're asking the copper to make it into a coil. Okay? So basically, we're making like a capacitor, like, but in a higher form, a better form, or a bigger form. So it tried to suck as much as we could out. And that's how that works. Okay? As best I can explain to this, because it's a little bit harder than that, but I'm trying to do this so people can understand easier. So that's all there is. And yes, sensitive people, I'll say it again, sensitive people, when you put this on, it would take about 2 to 15 minutes. If you are sensitive like me, it takes about 2 minutes. I can actually feel this. And if another person, and yes, I've tested this before, if I hold the other person's hand, and then they put this bracelet on the other hand, I can actually tell if that person have the bracelet on or have the bracelet off. Yes, I am that sensitive. And I have stated in many of my videos, it's about the grounding videos. It's pretty much the same way. This here is pretty much the same way. It's just that we didn't know, or I didn't know, or the world doesn't know how to do the other way, which is this is the way. And I'll link all of the grounding video up here. There's a grounding playlist, I believe, or if not, I'll make it and I'll link it right up here for you. Or you can go into the channel and search it for yourself. Same principle. Oh, yes, you can measure your voltage with this. You can actually measure your voltage. Because basically, you are asking something to take away. But not just anything. It has to be bi-metal. 2 metals. And that's how I came up with this idea. Okay? So now, I'm going to show you how to make it. Okay, now we're going to go into the making section. First of all, put your safety glasses on. Okay? Because we're going to use this to help us to speed things up faster. You will need 1, the stainless steel wire. You need 24 inches. This copper, you will need 36 inches. You started at 9 inches. Okay? You can always cut it off. Don't worry. Start at about 9 inches, just like that right here, and mark it. This is your starting point. We have to wind this. Okay? In my last video, I said you have to make a choice. You can make the kid size, which is really small. You can make the adult size, which is a marker side. Okay? You put that right here, where your mark is, and then you would wind. Ooh, I'm out of camera, sorry. Do your winding. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? Do your winding. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? Depend. Okay? I'm just going to wind this one here to make the full 15. Okay? So now we have 15. I'm making a 15 because I'm actually making bigger. I need a bigger one. If you want them smaller, like the one I have in right here, it's actually this thing right here. It's the pen, not the pen. the pen size. Okay, so basically that's all you were doing. You were winding it to there. I'm actually testing this out, so but let's say I did it just like that, right? And this is my finished. Let's say I use a pen, sorry. That's my finish, okay? So I use this pen and I just finished it winding. Now, for the pen, it's about 20 winding total. 20 loops. Okay? After that, you take your wire, your silver wire. Here to here, it's about 2 inches. Leave about 2 inches. 1.5 if you have smaller hand. Now sometimes I make them so big that I have to curl it right here in order to fit. It doesn't have to look pretty. Just remember that. Okay? After that, we get our 24, the silver one, okay, or the stainless steel one. You are going to hold it right here. Match them together right here. Okay? Remember our drill. Put that into our drill. Okay? And close that up. Now, you would need some kind of needle plier. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. Okay? For this one here, you want it to wind that way. So, what you do is you hold this on together. These two together, just like this. Let me put it a little nicer. Okay? I want it to look a little nicer, so I'm going to take a little time. Put it just like that. Okay? Then hold underneath here and do your drill. Okay? As small as you want, whatever the size you want here that it looks like, because it doesn't really matter. Then, once you are done, bend that over. Okay? Now, match this side, push this in, match that to there. So now I'm going to take a little marker. I'm going to mark my spot so I know where to bend. Okay, so now we are done on this side. Let's take that out. It's really easy. Now we use our plier and we're going to bend it. Ooh. We're going to bend it this way because we want to follow that same path, just like up to here, because remember we have to match it there. So now we have something like this curve. Okay? Just like so. Match it from here all the way down to here, and you see it's about right there. Make sure it looks kind of pretty up here. Okay? Hope you can see. Maybe this will help. Okay? So it kind of look like pretty. Remember, it doesn't have to be pretty, but if you want to. Okay? Now, we have to know where the balance are from here. We want to match almost as close as we can to here. So I got it to about there. So now I know this is where I need to cut. So I just got to cut right there with the silver and everything together. Now I need to hold on to this. If you want to tape this to make yourself a little easy, you can. I don't have to because I'm a pro at it now. You put this in here, in the drill. Close it up. Like you're putting you know, one of those drill bits in. Now go back up here. Okay, at this end, take your plier and hold it all the way tippy top up here, so it can't move anywhere. Okay, wind it. Okay, now I have that done. And it's kind of messed up a little bit, but remember, it's okay. You have to do it by hand to fix this, so it can make a little prettier. You don't have to, but you don't. Okay? Just like that. Just make sure it's, you know, it's okay. You don't have to. Then the next thing, if you've seen my other videos, I use something like this to make the round part where we put a hand in. So all you have to do is put on top of here. Let me move it up like this a little bit. All you do is just put on top of here, and then just wing like that. Curl it in like this, just to shape it. Okay? So basically, you can use anything. You can even use this too. Wind it around there if you like. Or, if you want, shape by hand. Shape it according to how your hand is formed. So it looks something like this. Okay? So that's what it would look like when you are done. Minus the shrink tube. Okay? So now, I'm going to shape it. Whoop. Sorry hitting the camera there. Now I know where put it on. So you would know where things are and stuff. Right around here, maybe. Once you do this once, you know exactly the thing is. You don't even have to go all the way in. Believe it or not, this is actually I think my second or third. And it just sits on top of here. But sometimes if you do things, it'll fall off. Just remember that, because it's not all the way through. You see that? The one that goes all the way through, it'll hold on. Oops, sorry. Okay? It'll hold on just like that, and you can do things. Yep. Just like that. And all day, just stuck right there. Okay? So now, since I know where it is from here to here, since I know where my cut is, I'm going to cut that. Just snap it right there. You don't have to worry about anything. If it's too long, cut it long first, okay? I'm going to cut it and I'm going to form it. And let's see how nice it's going to look. Remember, it does not have to be nice. You just want this to help you to steal the electrons. That's what basically is. So now I still got some extra right there because my hands is my wrist is just small. So I can actually cut even more. I'll measure it for you in a second. I don't know, around there, maybe. So let me measure that. It's about 3. And then this is about 1.5 and 3. So 3 here, 1.5 here, and 3 here. And then you can shape it. Remember, your hand is not round, or your wrist is never round. So you have to shape it like this. No, I wish I can have a better screens or anything. Okay? I'll hold it so you can see. Okay? Easy as that. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, I am going to take my shrink tube. I'm going to use red because I want you to see it on camera. As you notice, I always use black, but I'm going to use red so you can see it on camera. The reason why we put shrink tube on here is protect us from scratching our skin. So I'm going to make one size so you can see, okay? You got to make a little longer. You have to cut a little longer. Put it on, but make sure to leave a little extra on this section here, and I'll show you why in a minute. Now, take your heating gun, or if you don't have a heating gun, you can just take a lighter and shrink it. Stay far away, okay? So that way it doesn't burn. You just need the heat. Okay? Now, once you are done, pretty quick, press on this. And you noticed it becomes flat. See it? There's actually shrink tube. There's shrink tube that is actually have glue in it too. This one doesn't, but if you can get the one with the glue in it, you can do that. Cut about 2 millimeter or 3 millimeter away, like so. Then just round it off a little bit so it won't poke anybody. Okay? I'm going to leave this side so you can see. There's a difference on it. And you, let's say I pretend I done that side. You are all set. Now your bracelet is all set. As easy as that. Can you do this by hand? Can you wind this by hand? I tried that by hand. It's a little hard, but it can be done. You have to wind both of them. And it is a little hard. They do sell soft copper. If you want to go that route, you can use soft copper. But this here, you need hard copper because these are stainless steel wires. They're kind of hard. And we need stainless steel. You cannot use, can you just use copper alone? No. You actually need stainless steel and you need copper. The principle to that is that we want the negative ions to jump from our body to jump into here. Then the positive one jumped into here, and that's why we left this section, if you noticed, right here. Because that's the section that is going to touch our skin. So you put that on. Oh, sorry, I'm knocking the camera there. If you put that on, that's what it looked like. Can you sleep in it? Can you do whatever? Yes, you can. Remember, okay, that's all set. Remember I just left this there so you can see. Okay, the reason why we're doing this is that way it won't hit our skin. That's all. Okay. Now, one more thing. I'm gonna bring 4 of them. I only got one here already. You need to make about 4 of these. Why? It's because each person's body is different. The more sensitive you are, the more you need. The more bombarding you are, the more you will need. So when I go into my car, I have to wear 4 of these. Remember, you have to learn how to listen to your body, okay? It is very important that you need to learn how to listen to your body. Please remember that. You can feel these when you are sensitive enough. When you're sensitive enough, you will be able to feel all these. Each time you put on, you will be able to feel them. You notice they're running out of color. It's because bare copper will do that. Okay? Now when you use this type, this is really soft. They're very easy to wind. But when you wind into here, it's really hard because they're 2 different metal. So if you can get soft stainless steel, it will work. I like these 2 right here, to be honest. I just like simple copper and then simple stainless steel wire. And that will work. Okay? Before I go, I want you to learn how to listen to your body. It is very important to learn how to listen to your body. The reason why we need to listen to our body is that you can actually feel these when you wear them. You will be able to feel them. Okay? You were able to feel within, for me, within 2 minutes, I can already feel already. Once you go into the car, like if you have car sick like I do, not car sick, but wireless and Wi-Fi's and Bluetooth sick, or EMF, what you do is you put these on before you get into the car. Throughout your day, you need to learn how to listen to your body, and your body will tell you. Okay? Because you cannot wear this 24/7. Do not, and I will repeat, do not wear these in 24/7. Here's why. Your body needs to absorb positive and negative ions. And the best thing to get those is from the sun itself. Go in the afternoon to absorb them, or in the morning to absorb them, because during the day it's just too hot. You're going to get more radiation than positive and negative ion itself. The best time is in the afternoon to get your positive and negative ions. Remember, I will be the first human in history who will tell you that you need positive and negative ions. That is very important. Okay? I will tell you why later in other videos. It's going to tie to this, but this video is getting too long. I have to explain it. But remember, you need positive and negative ions. Always. Your body needs it. What happened is the cell phones, the cell signals, Bluetooth, wireless stuff, Wi-Fi, all these antennas are bombarding us. Sorry, kind of late. They're bombarding us, as I explain all the time. It is too much in your body. We are using these things to take it out, because there is nothing in this lifetime to take it out. This is the first thing, the first invention in the world that actually takes the positive and negative ion out of your body. Remember, this is the first invention in the world that does this. So all you have to do is wear them, understand them, learn from them, how they help your body. But remember, you still need to charge your body. Okay? Very important to remember to listen to your body. I always tell you all the time, there was one old man, he always taught me how to listen to my body or the lady next door too. Told me that long ago. And also this old man too told me how to listen to my body, or listen to my surrounding, he said. Well, pretty much the same principle. Listen to your body, how your body behave, how your body tell you certain things. Well, we are stealing the electrons, the positive and negative ion out of our body. We need to learn how it behaves and how it's helping us. Remember, the more active you are, the more you have to put this in. Because the more active you are creating your own radiation inside your body. Yes, your cell does that too. And also too, when you go out somewhere and you have a lot of wireless and you have a lot of Wi-Fi around you, and you go to a party or you go to a family thing like family dinner or something, everybody's have a phone. If you go out into the restaurants and stuff, everybody have it. So when you go out in the restaurant, you know you're going to have to put this in. Just like how I said, when I go into the car, my car, I have to actually put 4 of these on. When I'm home, I usually just wear one. One is good enough. And then sometimes if I feel like certain things, I put 2 on. Sometimes I'm really like, then I'll put 4 on. But normally 1 or 2. When I go out, then I put 4 on. 2 on each. And that's why I said in that video, I said you need to make 4 of them. And then once you make 4 of them, you learn how to listen to your body. Okay? I hope that this will be helpful to you. I might do different ones. I actually have different types. And I also have pendants too, that you can do it all by yourself. You do not need anybody for this. Okay? Because this is the first bracelet that actually steals your ions, your positive and negative ions, because that's the principle to this. And like I stated, I can actually feel it when someone else is wearing them. All I have to do is touch them, and there's changes in them. You're sensitive enough, you will know exactly what I'm talking about in this video. You will know a lot of things from this video. If you learn how to listen to your body, you will know. Okay? But I guess that's about it on this video here. I might, like I stated one more time, I might go into do pendants and stuff. I'm in the work for those. But I guess that's about it on this video here. and I will see you in the next video.